Hey everyone, welcome back to Sawmill's Timber Tales. So today we're going to be sawing up these two white pine logs. They're 8 foot 4. Well, this one's 8 foot 4. This one's a little longer. We're going to cut that one shorter after the big knot, just because I think it's sitting in the 9.5 foot range, so we don't really need it that length for drying. So today we're going to be sawing these white pine logs on the lt70 here. We're gonna saw them into 2x4s by 8 foot. Here's some of the ones we got done already. And then there's another bundle outside already bundled up and ready to go in the kiln. The cows are watching us. They're curious on what's going on. But we're gonna saw this into 2x4s. They're all an eighth over constructional both ways, so width and thickness are eighth over constructional to leave a little bit of room for the shrinkage when drying. And then they can plane to actual thickness. So we're gonna start sawing these up. The one log shouldn't take us very long. I think it's about 25 inches on this end, 20 something on the other, but we're gonna try to saw them up quick. Hey everyone, welcome back to Sawmill's Timber Tales once again. If you're still watching, thank you for watching, and if you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe. So what we got going on here today is we are sawing a white pine 8-foot log. These are going for select, like I said. We are sawing the log with the knot in the top right corner or top left where the debarker is running at this current time. So we want to have the boards with the cleanest and smallest knots as possible. The best way to do it is saw it like you're sawing a hardwood. You want to line up those knots on the corners of where the blade will hit. You want knots on the corner of the cant once you square it up. So right where the blade comes out on this cut of the log is where you want to have your knots or your defect. We're shooting for the highest grade possible, so we want to saw this log as best we can. It's got a little bit of taper. It's about 4 or 5 inches roughly of taper on this log. It's 25 at this end, 21 on the other. This log is from a lot clearing, so wasn't supposed to be any metal in it, but we actually do find some metal in this log. There was 2 nails, I believe, in this one. They didn't really affect the cut, so I didn't show the nails in the board. It was just on one of the slab cuts. As long as a nail doesn't impact the speed of the cut or have an effect on the quality of the board, I don't change the blade out. I just keep sawing, and as you can tell, this mill is just ripping right through these, so that nail didn't affect anything. So we're trying to saw this as quick as possible as well, because when we saw 2x4s, there's not really much of a margin for time, and it just doesn't add value as quick as sawing clear 1x or high grade wide 1x12s or 14s that I usually sell to my customers. So we got to saw quick, we got to be efficient. It would be a lot better if there was a little bit of help, but I like to take all the bark off these first before I start slicing the cant into 2x4s, because usually I'll end up getting 1 or 2 more boards out of the cant if you don't rip it down like that last cut or last side. I could have ripped them already and then tilted it up and then started slicing 2x4s, but by doing what I did, I'll end up getting 2 more 2x4s. Um, you get a little bit more yield and you get a little better quality. Your jacket lumber is usually what holds your most clear lumber, so if you can get more jacket lumber off before you start slicing the cant, you always try to do so. You end up getting probably 10% more on the select grade side if you try to get it out of the jacket lumber, whereas if you skip and slice big slabs off on your slab wood, you end up wasting some of your nicest boards that you'll ever get out of the log. So when you open the log, you want as small, if not less than ½ inch on the small end of the slab, so you're not wasting anything. You pay for the logs and you take the time to saw them, you might as well get as much, if not all, the lumber out of them as possible. So you just got to think about it before you make the cut, and then you end up using the whole log to its full potential. So now it's pretty simple. All we got to do is slice down the cant. There'll be 4 or 5 boards in the center of this that will have knots in them because they're the center of the cant. You can't really do anything about that. You just have to deal with it. But as long as they're nice and straight and solid knots, they're still going to work great for other customers. The centers on white pine sometimes let loose, but on this one it was solid all the way through. So all we got to do here is we stack it. We put 4 stickers per layer. We use the spiraled stickers on this, and then I make my bundles 10 layers high, and then 12 wide. That ends up being 120 boards per bundle. So so far we got the first half of this log cut down. We got 15 2x4s already, mostly select. There's some smaller knots in them, but they are select. So we're gonna try to slice up these last ones, and then hopefully we'll get a little bit of clip of that, how I edge those up, and see how many we can get out of that one log. So I'm just going to let you guys watch the rest of this video. I'm just going to slice up the rest of this cant and then edge those boards with the bark on it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel, and if you want to know something or leave a comment, please feel free to do so. I'm going to let you guys watch the rest of this, and I hope you enjoy it. So just like that, we got that log done. We had 47 2x4s that we got out of it. I thought we had 50, but there's 2 rejects and then, well, 3 reject ones, but that was a nice log. Probably one of the best logs for 2x4s I've saw in a while. But there's no knots in almost all those. There's a small one right there, but for the most part, almost all clear 2x4s with no knots, straight grain. Nothing better than you can ask for. So if you guys are new to the channel, thanks for watching. That's just a quick little video on how I made my 2x4s. And there's a couple dirty ones here, but they're so clean I can't just throw them away. I'll use them as short 6-footers or something. But we got this ready, stickered with our spiraled stickers for putting it in the kiln. I had to saw 2 more layers worth. I'll get that out of that log, and then I'll bundle this together, keep them from moving and falling apart, and then throw it in the kiln. So if you're new to the channel, thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and I hope to see you guys on the next one.